We're going to find out what they're doing in game number 2, though, because it's getting underway right now. But Ostkaka's looking for that 2-0 lead.
Oh, he's running it back.
But he's playing Control Shaman this time.
Is it?
I mean, maybe it's not. It's a possibility. He's just...
Maybe his top end is Doomhammer. It makes Rock
definitely
Biters better still.
The way he mulligans is going to give a lot of this away.
And I like seeing this from Muzzy. Really good with Warlock, and he's good at all the different forms of Warlock as well.
Yep, it's still Mech Shaman in game number 2.
That guy can fix anything.
He says that. It's not like he's got a hammer in his hand. He doesn't even have a wrench. He has a hammer. I always thought he had a wrench.
I always thought he had a wrench as well. Muzzy okay with whatever happens here. If it trades, it trades. If not, he gets to start racing.
A little surprised he kept the Earthshock, but I guess he's looking to pick off Haunted Creepers and Nerubian Eggs. Make sure there's not as big of a problem. But he's got a little bit of a problem in front of him right now.
Yeah, I mean, this hand's not going to pan out very well unless he draws something really good the next turn. He could draw like Spider Tank or some other mechs, but he's just going to take care of this lane.
As much as I hate trading, I do agree with it here. Protecting the Mech Warper could potentially yield some major results in the next turn or two. And Muzzy looking to figure out exactly how he wants to do this one.
Yeah, he's got a couple options here with the coin. He could just get out this Imp Gang boss, but I actually just like Knife Juggler, honestly.
I don't know. I think I like the Imp King boss more.
Well, I mean, it does let you attack and then, try to throw a knife next turn maybe, but I don't know if I like using the coin here for the Imp Gang boss. That was the main thing for me, is not wanting to give up the coin.
Now, the Iron Beak Owl is really interesting to me. Oh, and that's a pretty decent roll.
Yeah, that was a great one here, actually. If he wants to start to, keep control of this board, he can pick off this guy.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? The Healing Totem was the perfect roll, and then add Cogmaster right behind this. Hand's actually looking pretty darn decent. And this is one of the reasons why I think I would have liked to see the Imp Gang boss instead, is get a little bit more resilience on your board. But you have to respect Mech Warper. I mean, it's like a mini Emperor Thorson, where if you just leave it alone, the hands can get out of control.
It's a mini Emperor Thorson. That's pretty big.
Yeah, Ostkaka. A little bit nervous about this hand right now. One Totem's not going to be able to do it just quite yet. Yep. Gotta respect this minion. Earthshock and likely to use the...
There's too many, disastrous effects that come out of this. Something like Mal'Ganis comes out, even Doomguard. I mean, it's just such a big swing in the tempo of the game.
Yeah, uses the Cogmaster here to clean this up instead of using the Lightning Bolt because of his curve implications. He has to consider how Lotheb and Doomhammer affect the way he's going to play the rest of this game. So Muzzy's work is cut out for him in this one. This is a tough game. I mean, which one of these plays is right? You have to... I mean, you're fighting against someone who has 3 cards in their hand, and they've been playing relatively defensively with this deck.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons I kind of wanted to hold on to the coin. I mean, his curve could get a little weird going forward. So, I mean, yeah, this turn's really hard because, the knife almost doesn't matter unless it hits the 1/1 here. Watch up. Well, I mean, these knife jugglers have been on point tonight. Good eye, Sniper.
That's a good song, by the way.
Oh, it's a great one. Love that band.
Coheed. I used to listen to Coheed all the time.
You look like you were in Coheed, Cambria. You look like you belong in that band.
We used to play I remember I was 16 years old, and we would set up 5 computers to LAN playing 5v5 Dota games, and we would literally jam Coheed and Cambria just on repeat the entire time.
See, for us, it wasn't computers. We would hook up a bunch of Xboxes and play like Halo and stuff like that, because back then you didn't have Xbox Live. You had to literally LAN it. And when we would do it, we would do the same thing. It'd be a lot of that and like Breaking Benjamin and stuff like that. Anything, high up tempo that kept you in the game and kept your energy level high.
Doomhammer is going to be the answer here. And why not? It's going to clear up this board pretty nicely. And Muzzy looking like he's having a little bit of troubles climbing back into this one. Again, the Imp Gang boss now has been stuck in his hand for multiple turns. Not really a clean way to fight back against this one. The Nerubian Egg, this is what's really giving him the power. And Ostkaka, since he's already used this Earthshock, may be in a little bit of trouble with this big of a threat.
Yeah, and this is why this deck is so good. It's so resilient going through the game. It scales so well. I mean, look at this board state. He had a 0-2 at this turn into a 4-4 and a 7-7, all for practically nothing. You know, 3 mana and 1 card.
That's about the most miserable draw he could have gotten to. He's gonna need way too much time to actually utilize all these swings and keep the game under control. Noitron buys him a little bit of time, but
it's not going to buy him enough right now.
Look how much more work he has to get done.
Yeah, he needs a lot of help here.
If he drew like back-to-back lava bursts, yeah, he's gonna win this game. But I guess a rock biter could do it as well. But a Defender of Argus is gonna shut this off.
Now Muzzy has an interesting turn here. He can get through this and then add an Imp Gang boss and then still have some mana left over, because I don't even know if you should add the Direwolf Alpha just yet.
I think you add it. I mean, the one way that Ostkaka is going to win this game is purely with damage. So just get on board running and try to do as much as you can.
Yeah, I mean, it does get you 2 extra damage for next turn, but Ostkaka, you know, likely will attack it here, and you could have maybe gotten in some extra damage, you know, trading up if you get some stuff off of Imp Gang boss. But I can't fault him for playing it here. I'm not saying it's a wrong play. So, you know, maybe drawing a card there, but I don't know if you want to go to 15. You know that they do have a lot of reach with like lava bursts and lightning bolts and stuff like that. Yeah, you know, the more I think about it, I like it. It's kind of like a safer play for sure.
I like the Lotheb. I like a Noitron. You know, try to, again, he's trying to accomplish the same thing, buy as much time as he can, and so that way he can start squeezing damage through. But
yeah, because he has to get this damage through with these Doom Hammers, and he needs to push through as much as he can to make this lightning bolt or any lava burst that he draws, you know, still relevant.
Speaking of relevant, that card is not very relevant right now. What's the best draw on Muzzy's? It's got to be Defender of Argus.
Yeah, Defender of Argus is insane. The thing is here, I think he's priced into taking out this Lotheb, but this costs him so much damage if he does that.
The other thing, too, is that every single life tap is starting to add up at this point. I mean, Ostkaka has got a Doom Hammer on board, and he's got 2 cards in his hand. You know this deck's loaded with burn.
Now, he can get some lucky juggles here, but, you know, where do you place the Abusive Sergeant? Do you need it to be 5 power on the Nerubian just so you could get the Lotheb down? Because you can't let the Lotheb attack you. Like, you have to get through this Noitron and kill this Lotheb this turn. So yeah, this means that he's going to be running the 6-3 into the Lotheb now. Oh, great knife.
Oh my gosh.
I will say, that is the best result for him, is the knife going here. And if this picks off the 1-1, I was about to say, now do things change?
Well, the other thing too is, do you want to keep your extra minion alive?
Yeah, also, now do things change? Do you want to keep the extra minion alive now? But no, he's just going to take care of this and swing for 7. Oh, he's going to take care of the... Okay, I was about to say,
I was like, whoa, hang on,
It's
Muzzy.
hard to pass up 7 damage here. You need to get this game over with.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
All right,
12.
what happens if he rolls...
If he rolls high enough on this Crackle, this game is over.
Yeah, especially if he... Well, can he roll a totem as well to get extra spell damage?
He needs a 4 on the Crackle. 75% of the time, Ostkaka wins the game.
Well, hold on. If he rolls the right totem here, that one's not bad either.
We're going for it, boys. This isn't a 3. Muzzy is dead. It's a 5. Ostkaka, I cannot believe that he has won this game. That is remarkable, that with the patience that he had in this one and how he had to fight through this one, that he was able to win. Muzzy had a great start. Ostkaka's start got diffused early on, and he was having to trade with a Mech Shaman deck, but Doomhammer being able to deal 16 damage over the course of 4 turns carried him through this game.